Dana White might lie about certain things, right? He might, certain things he like about certain fighters or about, negotiations with fighters, right? He might make up something, make a narrative if they're having, the business disputes with fighters or something like that. But there's generally, when you think about it, when it comes to UFC's plans to do something, Dana White's always telling the truth. Or he's telling exactly what he plans to do when it's a company decision. Like uh, a pandemic shuts down all sports, right? And Dana says we're still gonna make fights happen. UFC 249 is gonna happen. That's not a bold-faced lie or anything, obviously, because it happens. He'll work. The whole company will work as hard as they can to make fights happen, and we've seen that. We should be grateful for that, but we know that when the UFC makes, or when Dana White says the UFC is doing this, that means he's telling the truth. He's not making up a lie or whatever. He's always been like that. So the first time I heard him talk about Fight Island, I knew it was going to happen. It was only a matter of when, not a matter of if, a matter of when. And when is now July 11th, which is less than a month away, technically. It's awesome. It's gonna be at Fight. It's gonna be in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. I'm terrible with words, but the first fight, the first event of Fight Island. First of all, I don't even know how long it's gonna last. Cause once I heard about a location, being that close to, you know, it's so far it hasn't reached my expectations. Like I was hoping they weren't even gonna say nothing, and it's gonna be just some island so far away. You know, you know, I was, I obviously had expectations of it looking like the island and maybe an Enter the Dragon or or some or the Dragon Ball World Tournament. That would have been awesome if the island looked like one of them. But it is what it is. It's still happening. It just looks like it's going to be just a temporary thing for the situation that the world's in right now, which, is fine, but I really like the idea of a fight island, like being a permanent thing. First card for its 240 or 251, and it's stacked so far. The main card is stacked. 3 championship fights to end the night, and before that, uh, you got Jessica Andrade, Rose Namajunas with their rematch. They're gonna have their rematch. And it's weird because like on UFC.com, when you look at the 251 card, it's got Andrade with a picture of her belt of the bantamweight or the strawweight belt, right? It's like she's not the champion anymore. It's like, is that the only picture you had of her? I don't think so, but whatever. Anyway, that's still an interesting fight because it sounds like a little bit like an excuse, but it seems like Rose didn't show up, at least mentally. But definitely either one can win that fight. And then Van Zant's making her comeback at flyweight though, so You know, to be honest, I'm not super interested in that fight. You know, because she's I don't. It's like she's not even a fighter anymore. You know, to be real. Because when you look back on her career, she was known for being tough. Now it's like, but she just fights when she wants to. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about Fight Island and how grateful I am, at least for the fact that the UFC is gonna keep their word about it. I hope you liked this video. Leave in the comments what you think is gonna happen with Fight Island, at least after the global situation. And if you like this video, subscribe and you can see a lot more content like this. And we'll see you around.